What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. has reported to have his nose broken. I know he caught a right uppercut to the nose by Jacobs, and I know that caused a lot of bleeding. And like I told you guys in my breakdown, I believe that was the reason for, or that was really the excuse rather for Chavez quitting. And I call it an excuse for this reason. For one, your father is the great Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. You don't supposed to have quit in your blood. If Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. was a quitter, he would have stopped in the first Mildrick fight after knowing he wasn't going to beat this guy. He wasn't going to win this fight, but he kept fighting anyways. And he got the knockout in the 12th round with 3 seconds left. You know, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. was the guy that was fire hot mad in the second De La Hoya fight when his lip was ripped open by De La Hoya. And they stopped the fight. He wanted to continue. What his son is doing, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., he's doing everything the opposite from his dad. Look, his nose, yes, it was bleeding. It was bloody, it was bleeding, yes, it was free flowing. But, I repeat, but, that does not give him, or did not give him an excuse to quit, okay? Like, if everyone's nose bleed or bled when getting punched in boxing, and they quit, if everyone quit when that happened, hell, you would have a lot of classic fights foiled. Juan Manuel Marquez would have never knocked out Pacquiao in the 4th fight. His nose was broken. It was looking fucked up. It was like busted from here running down, right? But he fought anyway. He didn't, oh, you know what? My shit's busted, so, you know, I'm done. And in the 6th round, he came back and knocked out Manny Pacquiao, the legend. Knocked his ass out, he did. You know, a lot of people that got nosebleeds, bro. Like, it's a nosebleed. If your nose broken, so what? Shit, I mean, that's not, he's not the only person that had a nosebleed. What the hell is it about? Anyway, that's one of the things that they're treating him for, a broken nose. You can't do anything about a broken nose. You can set it when it's over, but come on. You know, he said he was having problems, trouble breathing or whatnot, but I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have not went out like that. And the funny thing, the irony of it is, Chavez Sr. was the same one. Now listen to this, guys. He's the same one that claimed Anthony Joshua quit. No, motherfucker, your son quit. Your son quit. It wasn't Joshua. It was your son. See, karma's a bitch. Because he was talking, you know, on, I think it's Golpe a Golpe, you know. He was saying that, you know, Anthony Joshua quit in his fight. Now, what does this have to do with Joshua? It has everything to do with Joshua. Joshua was actually knocked down to the fucking canvas. He was knocked down 4 times and he got up 4 times. He beat the count 4 times. Okay? Whereas your son, Mr. Fucking Captain Crunch eating in his booty chokers in the morning time, can't make weight, 5 pounds, fucking overweight. He never went down. He just decided to quit. You know? But of course, like I said, he did it in the Fun 4 fight. And he just didn't want to fight. He made up some bullshit. So how do we to believe that this is a legitimate reason? Like, hey, I got a nose. My nose was broken. That's why I stopped. Well, what was your excuse from before? You know, with in the Fun 4 fight. What was your excuse then? You know, he didn't want to continue. So that shows you he doesn't have the heart of a champion, of a Mexican warrior. Because he is not about that life. And the irony of it is, I think when he started trading punches with Danny Jacobs, that became too challenging for him, too overwhelming for him. And even though it was one of the best rounds when he was starting to have some progress, he didn't like what was coming from the smaller guy. So since he didn't like that, he quit. ifs, ands, buts about it. The man quit. He quit and he blamed it on his fucking nose bleeding. That's what he did. Because all they're going to do at the end, they're going to reset that nose. It's all you can do with a nose. A nose is like a toe, people. Okay? That shit, you can't, it's nothing much you can do about it. It's crazy. But that's Julio Cesar Chavez coming in with the blonde fucking snow with like a fucking spray head, looked like a spray can. And he comes in there and does that type of shit in front of all those fans. And those fans were booing him for a reason. They're throwing shit at him. Why? Because, fans, look, Mexicans take care of Mexicans. Mexico takes care of their people. They support their people. They came out to see Chavez. Every time Chavez threw a fucking punch, every fucking thing. It looked like Canelo when he was fighting Lara. Everything Canelo threw, everybody was, because they take care, they support their own. Okay? They do that shit. And what they don't want to do, and to go see them support and end up supporting some bullshit like that, supporting a quitter. You think people don't work hard for their money to afford to see these type of fights for people that's supposed to be fighting for their country? You think motherfuckers want to see a person quit? He's representing his country. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. is Mexican. He's not a fucking Andy Ruiz, okay? He's Mexican. So that he owes that responsibility to fight and never to quit being a Mexican. Never. But I just find it strange. And now Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., he has to eat his words, because he talked about one fighter and he called him a quitter. And then, he had to bear witness to his son getting beat up and quitting. So I know that could have to be, very, very upsetting. I know he was upset when Canelo beat the piss out of him. I knew that was the case. That was bad. He was getting so rowdy and pissed off himself. He wanted to jump in there and replace Chavez Jr. But anyway, the nose is the reason for that. Again, I hope he pulls out okay, but more than likely I think he will. There was nothing wrong with him at that time, at that night. I mean, he had bleeding, but it wasn't that much blood to the point where, oh man, we got to stop it, because it wasn't that bad. That's what the cut men are for. They take care of you round by fucking round. And if that was the case, if he didn't have that type of support, he should have got that type of support. Because that's going to happen again if he continues back in the sport. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do. But fighting Jacobs, that was going to be his statement. He didn't make it once again. So you have Jacobs, Canelo, and Martinez. So, but anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.'s nose bleeding, broken nose. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.